15, right? This is what I'm about to tell you is the most embarrassing thing that ever happened to me. I've never talked about this on stage in 15 years because I've always been too embarrassed. What I'm about to tell you is the most embarrassing thing that has ever happened to me, and I once got a cavity search in TGI Fridays, Guildford, don't ask. When I was 15, please hear me out, I genuinely ran for office to try and become the Brighton and Hove representative in the UK Youth Parliament. It's quite a sad thing I just told you. Just to give you some more tragic context, I wasn't even a virgin at the time, okay? By 15, I was actually widely considered one of the best fingerers in the county, okay? No, genuinely, I had a girlfriend. I didn't need to do any of this stuff. And she didn't get it either. She was like, why are you doing all this politics shit? I was like, babe, I get it. You don't want to be another Jackie Kennedy. I won't let them get to us, okay? But I'm not joking. For 6 months of my 15th year, I turned up to school every day. I was like a little Bill Clinton, running for office. Hair on the side parting. I'd kiss any baby that'd have me. You know, started wearing Lynx Phoenix instead of Lynx Africa. It's more presidential. Prove me wrong. And the centerpiece of my campaign was this. The centerpiece of my campaign was I had to deliver my manifesto to my entire school, 1,800 people. I had to deliver my manifesto. Now, let me tell you, I did not go to a private school. You know, we weren't really used to students standing up, talking about the issues of the day. What we were more used to was men from the council standing up and telling us why there were so many dead dogs on the playgrounds, okay? But I went out there and I delivered my manifesto. And it was radical, yes, but personal, yeah? Number one, end the war in Iraq. Yeah. Red line for me. Number two, lower the age of consent. Now, I did get pushback on that. I got pushback on that. The focus groups let you down sometimes. It's not a perfect system democracy. So I'm out there, I'm delivering my manifesto, I'm giving it both barrels, just like tonight. And I get a heckle. Now, people think I might be scared of heckles at this job, but I'm not, because the first heckle I ever got was the worst. Kevin Jewsome, sixth former, shouted out from the back of the hall, "Oh, you're so shit, man." And the whole school started laughing at me. The whole school, yeah. Now listen, you got to picture it. I'm 15. I'm 15 years of age. Whole school's laughing at me. I've got Lynx Phoenix getting all over the shop. And I'm just thinking, they're laughing at me? They're laughing at me. They're going to feel pretty stupid for laughing in a minute when I do my rap. Okay? I'm Sean McLoughlin, and I'm here to say, you got to get them kids out Guantanamo Bay. I'm not an idiot. Like, I know how it works. And if she's 15, turn the other way. It's not a perfect system. Democracy's a flawed system. You have to stop cheering every time I drink a water. Oh, God. That was the old me. Miss that. Do you ever miss that, being a teenager, being young, knowing what the world is? Used to know what it was all about. Now, what do I know? I don't know anything. You know. I used to want to change the system. But now, I am the system. Because I tell you this right now, 34 years of age, and for the first time in my life, I'm on the grid. I'm on the grid, you hear me? 4 or 5 years ago, I was like you lot. I was feckless. I was grubby, you know? I was looking for a dark attic in Bristol on a Thursday night where a sort of enchanted scarecrow could scream at me for a little bit. But now, I'm on the grid, you hear me? I'm in the system. I got a car, I got a wife, I got tickets to see Dido next year. I'm in the system. I'm taking my bins out every Sunday like a Mormon. I'm keeping up with the Joneses. I'm going to the bank. I've never been to the bank before, and I ask you this, is there anywhere in this society that makes you feel less welcome than the fucking bank? Is there every time I go in there? Have you got online banking? Have you got online banking? Is that Play-Doh in your hair? Have you got online banking? I've got a check. I can't do that online. I've got a check. Well, you can use the machine if you want for the check. I don't want to use the machine. I'm a person. Also, it's got coleslaw on it. So just let me... It's reparations from TGI Fridays Guildford, don't ask. No, I'm on the grid, you hear me? Keeping up with the Joneses, taking my bins out, and you've got to keep up with the Joneses. You've got to keep up. I never used to care. I never used to care what other people thought of me. But now I'm doing okay. You have to prove that you're doing okay. Like I asked a friend of mine. I said, well, what do I do to prove to my neighbours I'm not an absolute piece of shit? And he said, you've got to subscribe to this thing. It's called Oddbox. Right. Now give me a cheer if you know what Oddbox is. Are you a subscriber, any of you? No. Fair enough. Well, for those of you who don't know, I'm going to explain it. Just let you know in advance, you're going to be overwhelmed that anyone on this earth is so gullible as to sign up for this shit. Okay? So here it is. Throughout human history, farmers grew fruits and vegetables that were so disgusting, so misshapen and grotesque, no human being would buy them, no supermarket would stock them, they were thrown in a pit where they belonged. Then about 4 or 5 years ago, some bright spark had an idea. I think we could put all this unsold crap in a cardboard box and sell it to twats like me at a premium, right? So I'm now spending £45 a month, right? £45 a month on fucking courgettes with swastikas on them, right? Onions that are anti-Semitic when I cut into... I don't know what to do. I'm trapped. Because they've built the perfect business. It's precision engineered for weeders like me. Because how can you complain? How can you complain to a company that admits their product is unsellable? How can you complain? How are they the problem and not me? Call them up, go, hey, I got a really bad Oddbox today. Oh, well, well done us. Thank you so much. I'm on the grid, taking my bins out every Sunday. And I fucking hate taking my bins out. I hate taking my bins out. Yeah, I do. Because every Sunday I take my bin out, my neighbour, he takes his bin out at the exact same time. Des. Oh. I don't know what I hate most about this guy. It's like he's got a sort of shit-eating grin. He's got that sort of British fear in his eye. You know what I mean? He does this a lot. Des, he does this. He goes, what? Well, it's a thing that I think particularly English males seem to do this a lot. They just go, oh, another weekend gone. What? What is that? I've been trying to figure out what that means. I think I figured it out. I think it means, used to have an empire, now I'm scared of sex. I think it's that. But he's yapping at me, he's talking about his life. I don't listen to a word. I don't know, I just think. I just go, come on, Des, come on. Propose a fight club. Come on, let's. Because I want to feel something in this life. Because I want to quit the grid. But I can't quit the grid. I can't quit. Because at the end of the day, my wife needs a visa. And you have to have your shit together to get a spousal visa in this country. I didn't know that. I thought it'd be easy. I was naive. I thought it'd be enough to just get married, just say to the government, hey, look, we're married. Let her in. No, this is what you have to do. You have to prove to the government that you're in love. Kind of Kafka-esque situation, isn't it? Kind of Kafka-esque. And they set the terms. Right, they set the terms. So they basically say, right, in order to prove to us that you're in love, you need to send us all of your bank statements. Yeah. All of your holiday photos, and genuinely, all of your WhatsApp conversations to the government. Yeah, let me tell you something. Me and my wife's WhatsApp conversations would never imply that we're in love, okay? She called me a paedophile on our wedding day. It is relentless, it is bureaucratic, form after form after form, 10 grand in the hole, and they tear you apart. They tear you apart. It's the most invasive thing that's ever happened to me, and I almost got a cavity search at Alton Towers, don't ask, okay? And here's the thing, right, and actually, I would like to ask you something about it. Has anyone here ever gone through this? Anyone here ever tried to get a spousal visa? Oh, you have. Hi. What's your name? Vic. How you doing, Vic? Were you the Brit?
I'm Brit. He's the American.
He's the American. Hey, how you doing? What's your name, sir?
Tim.
Tim. Good to have you, Tim. Tim and Vic. not as much camaraderie in the room as I hoped. And so you were the Brit, because there's a bit in this, I always have to ask people, because people don't believe me when I say this. Did you have to write love letters to the government?
Did we?
I thought I was being fobbed off. Like, genuinely, people don't believe this. As the Brit, as the native, I had to write, effectively, a series of love letters to the government about how much I love my wife. About how much I need it. I'd basically prove it wasn't a sham marriage with the written word, yeah? My wife, she was very worried about this part. She kept saying to me, Sean, just don't mess around on this. Just follow the template that they've given. And I was like, babe, the template's in the bin, okay? I'm an artist. I think I know how to write about love. Like, I don't know about you, Vic, but I think love's about what you don't say. So you give me the same look that she gets. Like, you know what I mean, though? It's complicated love. It's complicated feelings. You know, it's a grey area. It's reading between the lines, the way Hemingway wrote it. Right, look. I've got my letter to the government right here. I'm going to read it to you now. Sums up everything I feel about my wife. Yeah, just to let you know in advance, there's not going to be a dry eye in the house. All right? All right. I write concerning my beloved. At dusk, she fries haddock. The memory of my dog fades. And that's love. I mean, that's and if they can't see that's love, that's on them, that's not on me. Form after form after form. 10 grand it costs, 10 grand, just to apply it. And they never tell you how well you're doing. And they don't give you the money back if you don't get in. It's not a deposit. And we never know how well we're doing. We never know. Our entire life, we could be torn apart by the bureaucracy at any point. And then finally, we get the call we've been waiting for, me and my wife. Meeting, me and her, with an immigration officer in Croydon. As if we haven't suffered enough. And the woman we met was really nice. She was a really nice lady. She was really nice. And she said this. She can say, look, I know it's hard. I know it's frustrating. But you have to look at it from our point of view. We're the British government. And we're just trying to stop sham marriages. And at this, my wife actually spoke up. She said, can I just ask, what do you mean by sham marriage? We keep hearing this phrase, sham marriage. What is a sham marriage? And the woman said, well, a sham marriage would be like, for example, you two got married just so she could stay in the country. So we're in a sham marriage. Like, I'm in a sham marriage. That is absolutely what we did. I'm in a sham marriage. How do you feel? I'm in a sham marriage. Is it weird now? I'm in a sham. Oh, fuck no. I forgot a bit. Yeah. Does anyone here work for the Home Office? Is anyone here? Because if you do, I've got two things to say to you. One, I love my wife, all right? I love my wife, and she likes me. The day I met my wife was the happiest day of my life, without exception, okay? And I once sat next to Ian Beale on a coach. The love is real. The love is real. The marriage is a sham. Of course it is. Grow up. But the love is real. But the second thing I'd say to you is this. I don't think sham marriages are an issue. I genuinely don't. I don't think sham marriage is an issue. I think sham marriages are just a natural byproduct of the system we live in, whereby if you marry someone from another country, they get into the country. We all accept that, of course. If you marry someone from somewhere else, they should be allowed in, of course. But we also say, well, we need a logical immigration policy in Britain. Well, which is it? Which one are we going to do? Is it going to be love or is it going to be logic? It can't be both. It can't. My wife has exclusive access to my knob. Now she gets to see Big Ben. Where is the logic there? Where is the logic? Like, I'll put it this way. My wife got it. My wife got her visa about 4 months ago. One of the happiest days. I couldn't believe how happy I was. She immediately told me she wanted an open relationship. I'm choosing to ignore that. Okay?